Hello, friends. I hope you all are doing very well in your respective lives. Today, I, Kunal Nagpal, would like to welcome you all to this great forum. Let's explore our inner world. My dear friends, it's often said that a mother is the reservoir of unconditional love, and therefore, a mother is actually full of acceptance for her child in whatever state her child may be. So, what does that mean? That a mother is full of benevolence and it is a very beautiful and soulful relationship. Now, in order to add a new perspective to it altogether, that is, to actually use this concept of motherhood. I'm sorry to use the word concept for motherhood, but I'm using it deliberately because I wish to state its wonderful application, which I have realized through self introspection. And it is really the universal truth which has been created by the Almighty Father. My dear friends, actually, the terminology in our world, it's actually possible to explore this inner world once we are able to mother ourselves. What does that mean? See, we often listen to certain words like self-control, self-discipline, the unconditional acceptance for the self, then self-confidence, self-esteem, self-perseverance. What does that mean? It only means that we need to act as a mother for the self. All of us are aware of the concept of SWOT analysis, that is, to be aware of our core strengths, some of the weaknesses, and hence align the energy and actually synchronize your inner resources in a well productive and effective manner in order to gain full efficiency. That is the best optimum utilization of resources, the inner resources, so that we can make the best use of any available opportunity from outside and face any challenging situation with full perseverance, inner strength, and valor. So, my dear friends, as I have told, and all of us are aware that the mother is actually full of acceptance, and her only motive is to make her child excel in each and every domain, in each and every possible domain. Now, once we apply that concept to the self, that is to see yourself as a detached observer and have full faith on yourself and treat your mind as your child. First of all, we need to be aware of our true nature, that is soul consciousness. Once we realize that we are the eternal source of energy, we are the eternal beings, the children of that Almighty Father, then this automatically gives us a feeling of lightness. True. And once we realize this, then we are able to realize our true inner purity, that sentient being sitting inside. We are able to recognize ourselves. And then, obviously, after self-realization comes the process of self-transformation. It is very natural because when we are aware of our true self, then automatically we will nurture ourselves. We will be able to mother ourselves. Like a mother is always very confident of a child's strengths, irrespective of the fact that her child might be unaware of his or her true qualities, but a mother is 100% sure that her child is a victorious being and he will be able to cross all the obstacles which may come in his path. And she tries her best and she becomes successful in bringing her child to the right path. So similarly, we need to apply that concept to ourselves. And in this case, we have the external help automatically. That is, once we are able to do the self-realization, that is, once we start living in the consciousness of the soul, who we really are, that is, once we start living through soul consciousness and start perceiving the things with this particular perspective, then automatically we will receive the power from that eternal source, that reservoir of purity, whom everyone remembers day and night. God, the Almighty Father, yes, the eternal parent, and He is a reservoir of purity, a reservoir of serenity, unconditional love that will automatically start flowing to us. And my dear friends, these concepts are actually very much prevalent in the society in the form of the Vedas and Shastras, which we study in our daily routine. Every morning, every evening, all of us, mostly all of us, have a particular routine to study these scriptures. All those mantras, even for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, right? Now, what does that actually mean? That actually means that we need to invoke, that is, re-invoke our true inner purity. Actually, we need to upgrade our ideology and start realizing that why are we following such a routine? Obviously, in management, we have studied that we need to do a particular task with certain objective. There needs to be a certain objective. That's why we are performing a certain task. So, if all of us, mostly all of us across the globe, in some or the other form, are remembering the Almighty Father, reading some of the other scriptures, why? There must be some objective, obviously, and there is a very noble objective. That is, we want to actually realize our true inner self. If we very deeply analyze the main essence, that is the only essence of these scriptures, of the religions, though we have been setting various nomenclatures for these religions, but it is actually propagating spirituality. And what does that mean? That is to realize our true inner self. Keep reading and remembering the qualities of that eternal Father. The scriptures are just full of this. They are full of this particular philosophy. So when we start incorporating these learnings in our daily routine, and this can be done only when we analyze these things very deeply, be it Srimad Bhagavad Gita, be it Quran, that is Holy Quran, be it our respected Bible, be it our Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and various other holy scriptures. They are just one, only one. And when we incorporate a particular perspective of learning through them, our life will automatically become purposeful. And for that, we need to inculcate a particular objective of learning, and that can be done if we realize ourselves as a soul. That is the first step. And then mother ourselves, that will become automatically when we start receiving the strength from that Almighty Father, and all those virtues will come in our real personality, and obviously it will lead to self-transformation. It is but natural. And obviously all those concepts, yes, till now we have been treating them as a theoretical concepts and trying to implement them with a lot of hard work in our own personality. That is self-confidence, self-esteem, self-perseverance, self-discipline, then unconditional love for the self, self-acceptance, self-exploration. All this will become very, very natural. We just need to realize the truth. And as I said in one of my sessions, the only truth is that the truth is. So when we start living with this particular truth, it will be very easy. And obviously, we will be able to live in this world, treating the entire world as a global family. We have been listening to these words, that is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one God, one world family, and we have been putting in a lot of efforts to make this concept a reality. Yes, all of us have been putting a lot of efforts. But when we start following this particular concept, when we start living with this particular thinking, it would automatically become possible, my dear friends. It will automatically become possible. And obviously, the main essence is we will start being very compassionate to the self, very empathetic to the self, and what we are actually feeling for ourselves, the way we are living our life, the way we are counseling ourselves in a continuous manner. We will be able to incorporate that with our colleagues, with our mates, with our relatives, friends, the entire global family, whosoever he or she may be. And obviously, we would be full of compassion. We will try to overlook the weaknesses one or the other may be having, because we will start having that full confidence that he will be able to win with that particular thing, and that is the role of the mother. So with this particular thinking, with this particular ideology, we will not only be able to mother ourselves, but we will also be able to mother everyone. And that's why, my dear friends, till date, we have been remembering Mother Teresa and the father, Mahatma Gandhiji. Why have we given them the title Mother, Father? Because of the eternal qualities of soul consciousness. So it is just a matter of realization. That is, it will just take 1 second to realize why it is so important. And once we realize the importance of a particular task, that task will automatically come in our routine. That task will become natural. Our priorities will be set accordingly. It just requires a second to realize, and the process will follow. That is, first of all, we need to be aware, why should I do this? And the rest will follow. Now, my dear friends, I would like to add another philosophical outlook to this. Though we have been going through these particular quotes since ages, but after realizing this particular concept, we will be able to comprehend them and inculcate them in our daily life with great simplicity. So let's go through these quotes. Love is actually being in balance, that is, in harmony with the self, God, and our fellow men. It is a very deep statement, that is, being in balance and harmony with the self, that is That is the stepwise procedure as we have just discussed.